Hello my friends, it's April 7th, 2017, and it's time for today's big story. It's Friday, I'm not gonna forget. There we go. Now it's Friday. Dylan Cuthbert worked on the original StarFox and some other StarFox games along the lines. He worked very closely with Nintendo. He doesn't actually work at Nintendo right now, he has his own company. But he's a big part of Nintendo's history when it comes to StarFox. And he did a Reddit AMA where people could ask him whatever they wanted to, and he answered a surprising amount of questions that were put out there. And there's some really interesting tidbits. I really suggest that you check out the full interview, but there's one portion in particular that I found really interesting, and a little bit sad too. So you ever wonder why StarFox isn't on the Virtual Console? Why didn't we get the original StarFox on the Super Nintendo StarFox on the Virtual Console? It's because there's all kinds of stuff going on with the Super FX chip and the rights to the original chip and the game, and Argonauts in there, and Nintendo, and their licenses are all over the place, so that's why we never saw the game there. There's a litany of reasons, but that's why it's not there. I mean, it's probably never going to happen on Virtual Console. There have to be a whole bunch of hoops jumped through to make it happen. And Dylan Cuthbert was asked about this, and he got into a discussion about how they were potentially looking to get around this, but unfortunately, Nintendo shot down the idea. Dylan said that the idea was to basically do a remake of StarFox, the first StarFox game from the Super Nintendo, and put it out on the 3DS. Now, this would look exactly like StarFox did on the Super Nintendo, except it would be 3D, as in it would use the 3D slider on the 3DS. So it was a way of getting around not being able to use the original game because of the licensing and Super FX chip, but it would look the same, it would play the same, and it'd just be updated for 3D. He specifically says, "We did an old school remake demo like this of the original StarFox for the 3DS back after we did the remake of StarFox 64 for the 3DS. And we showed it to Nintendo, but they weren't interested, unfortunately." Why wasn't Nintendo interested? They've re-released StarFox 64 a few times now, remakes and Virtual Console. Why can't we get the original StarFox through a remake like this? I understand the issue that crops up with the original actually releasing it on the Virtual Console, but this idea, a 3DS remake, seems like the perfect way to get around that. But for whatever reason, Nintendo said no. Cow on Go Nintendo says, "Very good AMA. Dylan seems like a really great guy and is always happy to open up to fans. The work they do over at Q Games is excellent." Yeah, this whole interview is absolutely fantastic. There's way too much to talk about in a single video. I picked out the one tidbit that I found most entertaining and, like I said, most sad too. But yeah, take the time. We've done a synopsis of the whole thing, but really go through and read all of the AMA, because he talks about stuff that's not Nintendo related as well. And you really shouldn't miss out on it. It's rare that we get this kind of insight. Alright my friends, that's it for today's big story. Thanks for watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate it. I won't be here tomorrow for tomorrow's big story because there's not going to be one, but we will be filming the podcast or recording live at 3:15 p.m. East Coast. So we'd love to have you join us. But if that's not your thing, then I'll see you on Monday for whatever Monday's big story is. So until then, have a lovely weekend. Have some fun, play some games, relax. You've earned it. And I'll see you in a few short hours. Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot.